These were moments when cops lost control of their K9 units, starting with an officer opening the door of a squad car to take cover, only to accidentally release the K9 inside.
Hey! Bowie, God damn it! Bowie, low!
On May 9th, 2021, two K9 officers were tracking down a stolen white truck. They quickly located the stolen vehicle and initiated a high-risk traffic stop. One of the K9 officers exited his squad car with his K9 to assist, while the other K9 remained inside the other squad car.
Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Hands! If you run, you're gonna get bit by the dog! Okay, keep your hands where I can see them. Hey, hold right here. Hey!
Everything was going according to plan until the third officer arrived.
No, there's a dog there. Hey! Bowie, God damn it! Bowie, low! Bowie! Bowie, low! Cover the car! Cover the car! Move! Just, get the dog off! Auto. Light.
If that Red Bull he was sipping on initially didn't give him any wings, the K9 that's mauling him might. While this K9 is back inside the squad car, the other handler is still trying to get his K9 off of a suspect who, mind you, is not the one who stole that white truck. The carjacker is still sitting in the driver's seat of the stolen vehicle with his hands out of the window. This guy was only seen talking to the carjacker. Nonetheless, the K9 refuses to let go, ignoring every command, causing his handler to utilize a metal bite release bar, which eventually does the trick.
Damn it! Auto.
Turns out that guy had nothing to do with the carjacking at all. So there's a high likelihood a lawsuit came out of this. However, I couldn't find anything definitive, so I really hope that guy got some kind of compensation. The K9 attacked without command and did not comply with commands to let go. Therefore, the K9 was temporarily removed, and the K9 handler was reassigned to other patrol duties until he and his K9 were recertified in all training areas. The carjacker was arrested, but they gatekeep his charges, just as they have with information about whether there was an actual lawsuit. Regardless, a lot of money is on the table in a case like this. In this next case, the K9 ignored the suspect and attacked the officers instead. On April 18th, 2023, Florida police pursued 23-year-old Isaiah, who was observed driving recklessly at speeds over 130 miles per hour. Approximately 2 minutes later, the high-speed chase ended abruptly when Isaiah lost control of his car while attempting to dodge traffic at another light. An officer tried to follow him, but quickly realized something was wrong. Having quickly pulled his K9 off his colleague's arm, the handler maintains a tight grip on the dog's collar while pursuing Isaiah on foot. Meanwhile, the rest of the police officers arrive at the crash scene and collide with each other, escalating the situation to become increasingly chaotic and embarrassing. An officer then races to another roadway to prevent Isaiah from crossing it, but in doing so, almost kills him. After Isaiah narrowly escaped being flattened by a semi-truck, they release another K9 unit.
Shoot the dog! Shoot the dog! Shoot the dog!
Hold on, start EMS for me, please.
Remember the Keystone Cops? These officers are just as incompetent. If I re-edit it with some additional touches, it would look like a remastered episode of the Keystone Cops. passenger in the car that Isaiah crashed into was injured and taken to the hospital. The officer who had been attacked sustained bite wounds on his arm. While these wounds healed relatively well, they left permanent scars. Officers who remained at the scene to search Isaiah's vehicle discovered 2 guns and marijuana. Isaiah was arrested and charged with speeding, reckless driving, hit and run, fleeing, possession of marijuana, and resisting arrest. In December 2023, he was arrested again, this time on charges of first-degree felony murder and second-degree attempted murder. Although Isaiah might have deserved it, many innocent people are also bitten by canine units that disobey commands to let go.
You're fine.
On September 23, 2017, 3 officers were looking for 2 burglary suspects with the help of a K9 unit. What happened next led to a major overhaul in how police officers use K9 units today.
Oh, there's a lady. Out, out.
Please.
Yep.
Help me.
The K9 sank its teeth deep into 52-year-old Desiree Collins, who was just taking out her trash. You can hear the officers scream the command out over and over again, but the K9 doesn't let go until nearly 30 seconds later.
Stand up, stand up.
Stand up, we'll get you some medics.
Stand up.
Oh, what did I do to him?
Nothing.
Nothing. Emma,
It's
you're
not
just
your
in the
fault.
wrong place at the wrong time, man.
Just take a seat over here, okay?
Sit down. Okay, we're gonna get some medics for you, ma'am.
Due to this incident, K9 officers are now required to test their control over their K9s at least twice a month. Those who don't meet the training standards will be removed from patrol duties. Desiree suffered multiple bite wounds on her only functioning arm, as her other arm had been partially amputated due to burns she sustained as a child. However, her life improved somewhat after receiving $520,000 in compensation, which she was very pleased with. Additionally, her wounds healed relatively well. This next case is an intense good cop, bad cop type of situation. Unfortunately for the suspect, the bad cop had full authority over the K9 unit.
Get the dog off of it! On the ground! Get the dog off of it! On the ground! Reach it!
On July 4th, 2023 in Ohio, an officer attempted to stop a semi-truck because of a missing mud flap. Unaware of the reason, the young 23-year-old driver, Jadarius, hesitated to pull over, fearing he might become the next viral hashtag. This fear was intensified by the recent brutal death of Tyre Nichols, who despite being unarmed and compliant, was beaten to death by officers. This incident had heightened general anxiety about being pulled over, even for minor issues. As Jadarius continued driving, the officer called for backup, and Jadarius called his mother, who said, "If you didn't do anything wrong, then pull over and everything should be fine."
Yes, straightforward. It's going to be because there's all, it's like county line. You'll see there's several, Okay, I'm coming to a stop.
Get out of the truck!
You just pull back out.
Jadarius was about to comply, but when he sees the officers with their guns drawn, he becomes too frightened to step out and flees the scene. Terrified for his life, he dials 911 and tells the dispatcher, "I don't know why they're trying to kill me." The dispatcher replies, "They're not trying to kill you." "Yes, they are. I don't feel safe stopping." Jadarius insists. Realizing he can't outrun the numerous officers pursuing him, Jadarius eventually gives in and pulls over again.
Come to me! Get on the f***ing ground or I'm gonna send the dog. Here. You're gonna get the f***ing dog sick. Get on the ground or you're gonna get bit. Come to me, man!
One officer repeatedly commands Jadarius to walk toward him, while the K9 officer shouts for him to get on the ground. Confused and unsure, Jadarius raises his hands, believing that this universal sign of surrender is his safest option. Unfortunately, this decision leads to disastrous consequences.
Police K9, you're gonna get bit.
Do not.
Police K9, you're gonna get bit.
Don't release the dog.
Final chance, you're gonna get bit.
Do not release the dog with his hands up.
Search here.
Do not release the dog with his hands up. Do not release the dog with his hands up. Don't.
Yeah, here.
Dude,
Stealing. Do not. On the ground. On the ground. Do not. Get the dog off of it. On the ground. Get the dog off of it. Get it off. Oh, please. Get the dog. Get it off and don't take my arm. Out the dog. What's the cab? What's the cab? Get the cab. On the ground. On the ground. We're reaching. We're reaching. Get it off. Get the dog off. Get it off. Get it out! Get it out! Get it out! Get it out! I play football! Yes. Please! 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 Ah! Yes. I play football! Please! Please! Ah! Please! Please! Get it out!
Hands are clear in the vehicle now.
Get it out! I'm sorry, dog! Get it out! Get it! Please stop! It hurts, dog! Ah! Get first aid.
The K-9 handler was later identified as Officer Ryan Speakman, though his presence at the scene that day remains unclear. Officer Speakman did not hear the warnings to withhold the dog. Regardless, deploying the K-9 was excessive, as Jadarius, with his hands raised, did not pose a significant threat. This incident sparked a conflict between the two groups of officers.
I don't know why they seem like pissed off at him.
I don't know.
He didn't comply. I gave him 3 commands. I told him, final warning. If you don't get on the ground, you're gonna get the dog. Was that not loud enough?
You said it 3 or 4 multiple times.
That's why they seem mad at me for it. He wasn't complying. I mean, am I wrong?
I don't need it wrapped up right now. Bro, get off me.
I can't.
Bro, I have handcuffs on. What am I doing to you?
You could kick somebody. I don't want you to
I'm
kick
gonna kick.
anybody.
I'm not gonna kick nobody. I just got bit by a dog.
I understand that. Just
Man, you
calm
don't
down.
understand.
Good boy.
You don't understand. Did you get bit by a dog?
You didn't comply, so you got the dog.
Nobody's trying to hurt you.
Shit, you just let a dog bite me.
I mean, I'm not crazy. You guys could hear me giving loud commands. I mean, he wasn't giving up. The only reason he started going to the ground is because he seen the dog coming after him. I mean, I'm not stopping him.
Right.
He was like, I think whoever is yelling down there, this guy was like, no, here,
Right,
this guy.
It was later confirmed that Officer Speakman had indeed heard the other officers' warnings, but chose to ignore them. Jadarius was taken to a nearby hospital before being transferred to jail on a charge of failure to comply, a 4th-degree felony. While it remains unclear whether Jadarius sustained lasting injuries, it is evident that he feared for his life that day. Following a thorough investigation, Officer Speakman was fired and Jadarius received $225,000 in compensation, secured by civil rights attorney Ben Crump, who had previously represented the family of George Floyd. In the following case, Vancouver police were making an arrest when the K-9 handler suddenly lost sight of his K-9.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
On September 22, 2019, Nathan Lux was recording an arrest from his second-floor apartment when he noticed a police dog suddenly crossing the street at full speed. The K-9 charged towards an individual walking on the sidewalk across the street who had nothing to do with the crime scene further down the road. The K-9 handler and another officer ran over while repeatedly shouting the command, "Heel." The K-9 did not obey, and it took considerable effort to release its grip from the man's arm. The man suffered minor injuries and refused hospital treatment. There was likely a lawsuit over this incident, but I found little to no updates on the case, except that the K-9 unit was removed from duty during the internal investigation. In the next case, the officer was so violent with a teenager that his own K-9 decided to attack him rather than the potential suspect.
Oh my God!
On March 28, 2022, in Panama City Beach, Florida, a popular party destination for college students, a K-9 unit officer was yelling at a group of young people. While a female officer was arresting someone, the K-9 officer was ensuring that none of the arrested person's friends would intervene. At that moment, the K-9 officer decided to make an example out of an innocent young man to demonstrate his authority and strength.
What he do? He ain't do that. He ain't. Oh my God! He biting him. He biting his ass. Oh my God!
Those dogs are trained to bite hard, so that K-9 could have seriously injured the officer. However, it seemed more like a warning bite to make him back off. When identities are not released, updates are often not provided either. While that K-9 knew what to do, this next K-9 was confused and ended up doing the most unexpected thing. On August 6, 2015, an officer conducted a vehicle inspection on 70-year-old Clyde Gebeline, who seemed agitated and in a hurry.
I gotta get going.
Well, you're gonna have to wait until we're done with the inspection.
I'm not gonna wait either.
Well, you'll have to.
No, I don't have to.
Yes, sir, you do.
Don't tell me, hey, I have to.
No.
I'll get in that truck and leave.
Well, that's fine, but then I'm gonna have to arrest you.
Go ahead.
You're staying here, sir. You're not leaving.
I'm leaving.
The officer then follows Clyde for about 10 minutes before stopping again. 2 additional officers arrive as backup, including a K9 officer who immediately commands his dog to attack. Clyde was taken to a nearby hospital and later transferred to jail on charges of fleeing an officer, resisting arrest, and operating a commercial motor vehicle without a license. He was released the following day on a $500 cash bond. Unfortunately, the head injury caused him permanent damage. Judge Gregory Huber dismissed 2 of the charges in September 2015, and in June 2016, the remaining charge was also dropped after Clyde met the terms of a court agreement. Clyde subsequently filed a lawsuit citing pain, permanent scarring to his head, medical expenses, and business losses. He requested that the court determine the amount of damages he should receive, though this information remains private. Clyde passed away at home on June 5th, 2023 at the age of 76 with his family by his side. May he rest in peace. If you like this video, you might also enjoy watching this one. And don't forget to subscribe for more true crime content.